To provide a little bit more context to the story, Elisha just finished performing a miracle in Jericho. That miracle took place a few verses back in chapter 2 of 2 Kings. He had just helped Jericho receive healing in their water because it was very fatal and killing many people. After he performed this, he began to leave the city. A note about Jericho. Jericho was the lowest point in all the world back then. This suggests that he was hiking up an incline after he left. So this sets the stage for our upcoming story. He's hiking up the hill, probably really tired, an old man, not in best shape, and then some youths come and start taunting him.
Haha, bald head, bald head. Why is your head so bald? And why is your head so small, loser?
Bro, you're mean. Because you said that, I curse you and 2 bears will destroy you.
Haha, 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 haha.
Bro. Loser.
In the year of about 900 BC, Elisha the prophet took a journey to Bethel. On his way there, he encountered a mob of youths that began to taunt him regarding his baldness. Elisha's response to their disrespect was to curse them. He did this by bringing in 2 bears to tear the boys limb from limb.
That is the gist of the story. The actual passage reads like this. He went up from Bethel, and while he was going up on the way, some small boys came out of the city and jeered at him, saying, "Go up, you bald head, go up, you bald head." And he turned around, and when he saw them, he cursed them in the name of the Lord. And 2 she-bears came out of the woods and tore 42 of the boys. 2 Kings 2:23-24.
On the surface, the story seems like Elisha's a little short-tempered. Surprisingly, though, it wasn't out of anger for himself, but for God. See, when the boys were taunting Elisha, they were undervailing the man that God appointed to proclaim his judgment and his word. When you think of it this way, it kind of makes sense that he had them torn apart that way.
In 1 Chronicles 16:22, the Lord says not to harm those who God has appointed. Harm can be interpreted as physical, but also verbal and emotional. Since the youths were doing exactly what God told them not to, this is violating his direct commands, which is the exact definition of sin.
Some of the other details that are sometimes overlooked are that the boys weren't really that young, but were likely early 20s. Another thing is that people think that there were not very many, but the passage really says that there are at least 42.